Looking into the evolution of society, we have seen that there are four stages of the evolution of society as discussed by Shah Waliullah. And the first stage of that is primitive society. So that society has minimum code of social behavior. It's more like a society of food gatherers, maybe living in a more of a natural kind of life, and they are more looking for some basic needs, and their basic needs might be confined to uh, primarily to food and sex. So these both these food and sex ensure the continuation of human existence on. So one is for let's say survival. The food is needed for the survival, and sex might be needed for the continuation of the progeny. So the basic urges of food and sex ensure the continuation of human existence on Earth, and there might be innate desire to excel in the modes of acquiring them. आप इसको नोमैडिक सोसाइटी भी कह सकते हैं, बहुत ही एलिमेंट्री फॉर्म्स ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर भी इसमें हो सकती हैं, but this might be more like a society when Adam was uh, on this earth as let's say Khalifatullah. So we see the evolution is in line with the human nature. It follows the development process for physical and spiritual needs. So physical and spiritual needs. For physical needs तो human beings जो हैं वो अपना survive कर रहे हैं, might be getting food from here and there. So humans strive to achieve perfection in a gradual style. अब for the fulfillment of the physical needs, man is looking around in its surroundings, tries to get food from the, let's say, natural environment, from the natural growth, or he might be starting some artificial kind of agriculture as well. But then for spiritual needs, God sends the messengers to human beings. So in this evolutionary process, the second stage of the development of society or evolution of society is the life of cities and towns. So we see in this stage improved ways to meet the human needs. So they are no more dependent on, that's the natural growth. It's not the stage of hunting. There's a division of labor, and classes help in meeting the needs. So division of labor in this sense, we see variety of occupations, and these occupations might be serving different needs of the society. So there is some kind of organization, some kind of interdependence of these occupations, and with these occupations we also see the different social classes in the society. So at this stage, men need 5 sciences to move to the second degree of social perfection. और ये जो 5 साइंसेस की बात की है, उसको इनको ट्रांसलेशन के हिसाब से कह लें, इकोनॉमिक विजडम है, डोमेस्टिक विजडम है, अर्निंग विजडम है, बिजनेस विजडम है, एंड कोऑपरेटिव बिजनेस है, कोऑपरेटिव विजडम है. तो हर एक के बारे में कुछ इस किस्म की बात आ रही है. व्हेन वी लुक एट इकोनॉमिक विजडम, it includes the adoption and utilization of edifying manners, new experiments, and modes of eating, drinking, dress, domestic habits, dwelling, etiquettes, traveling. Yeah, with the changes in the society, there will be changes, let's say, in let's say eating, in the use of dress, in the, let's say, in the development, in the building of houses, modes of traveling, and same about eating habits. So rules of cleanliness, of conservation of the environment, of medical treatment, of fellow feeling, and removing the death. Uh, Means that we try to take such actions with respect to our life so that we could lead a healthy life, avoid the dangers of, let's say, uh, disease, falling sick, um, uh, then maybe ultimate end in the death. So civilized people observe this economic wisdom so that they can live a happy life. Then we look at the domestic wisdom. It does include the ways and means of preserving good relations amongst the different members of the family. A family might be an example, but then we also look at the whole society as a family. So ways and means refers to, let's say, married life, uh, could be rearing of children, the protection uh, of the each other, something related to slavery, the right and responsibility to relatives, management and manners of companionship. So these have to be outlined, and then again, since we are living in a collectivity, we have to look into the rules and regulations which can govern. तीसरी बात थी अर्निंग विजडम. Everyone should pursue a distinct and separate activity appropriate to his energies and faculties, such as agriculture, trade, craft, of fala, carpenter, and then we could talk about blacksmith or carpenter and others. So that is the division of labor, or division of occupations, different people pursuing these occupation, and there comes interdependence, and there must be moving on to the business wisdom. It includes matters of dealing, purchasing and selling other businesses. तो इसमें एग्रीमेंट्स भी आ सकते हैं, प्राइस के कंट्रोल भी आ सकता है, एंड देन all this cannot proceed unless we have a cooperative wisdom. It enjoins security or surety, guarantees co-proprietorship, commercial enterprise, power of attorney, and tenure. Ab ye again, unless we have this cooperative wisdom, the system cannot function. It all requires rules and regulations, and then agreement on those rules and regulations for the smooth functioning of the society. So all these five social wisdoms have a great bearing on the economic dimensions of social development, cultural development, or you can say political development. Any kind of development might be dependent on these kind of developments. So the most important stage in the process of the perfection of the society. So the second stage is the most important stage, जिसमें ये सारी wisdoms की बात आ रही है. अगर ये in operation होंगी, then the society is likely to move towards the stage of perfection.